Sometimes working with audio means working with bad sounding audio, and it's just kind of the way it is. Sometimes I'll receive audio that is too roomy. It's got a load of echo on it, or it just sounds like it was recorded through a tin can or whatever. There's a plugin that I lean on pretty heavily to deal with this, and sometimes you don't want a massive suite of plugins. Sometimes you just want that one thing that you stick it on a channel and it's going to do the business. And this is this. So this is Accentize DX Revive. There's also a pro version. I don't use it. I use the basic version, and it makes your audio sound like this.
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring a topic that gets to the heart of what makes consultants like you happy and successful.
So let's take a look. It just looks like this, really. And I use it in a fairly basic setting. So on this particular track, I've got, it was a lapel mic. It didn't sound particularly good. And as you heard, it's kind of roomy.
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring a topic that gets to the heart.
It just cleans it up. Now, I've got a bit of stuff in the chain after this. I've got a channel EQ, which is boosting a load of low end.
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring...
because that's kind of the sound they go for. I've got a compressor, which is being relatively gentle.
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring a topic...
and Velvet, which I find is fantastic, because typically I would take stuff out of Logic into RX to deal with all the mouth clicks and all that kind of stuff. This just deals with it and gets rid of a load of the S's as well, which is great.
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before.
Fantastic. But this is the main event. This is what we're looking at here. So I'm just going to bring it down from 0 and then bring it up, and you'll hear what it does. Now, there's two different settings you can use here in a standard version. There's Studio and Studio 2. Now, in the PDF that comes with it, you know, the README, as it were, they say that Studio 2 is kind of the most advanced, but sometimes Studio 1 might work. And that is very true for me. Most of the time, Studio 2 works. Sometimes Studio 1 is the one. But let's just blend this up and just hear it come into action.
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring a topic that gets to the heart of what makes consultants like you happy and successful. And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring a topic that gets to the heart of what makes consultants like you happy and successful.
So what you'll hear there is, even without the chain, it gets rid of a load of the reverb. So with it off first...
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring a topic that gets to the heart of what makes consultants like you happy and successful.
Also, even at 100%, now typically with any plugin, like if you're using a denoiser plugin, then you don't go to 100%. You don't go full because it's going to sound naff. If you've got something that does sound kind of okay in the first place and you can recognize that it's speech, but it's just a bit roomy, you can go up to 100% and it still sounds great. And this is the thing, recognizing speech. All it does is it recognizes speech. It knows what speech should sound like, and it knows what speech shouldn't sound like. And it's just making those two further apart. Let's take a listen to Studio 1 as well, because sometimes this can be good.
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring a topic that gets to the heart of what makes consultants...
Few more artifacts in that one. I've heard a little bit of a wobble, but going to Studio 2, it kind of seems to clean it up.
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring a topic that gets to the heart of what makes consultants like you happy and successful.
Studio 1 at 100%.
And in today's episode, just like each one that came before, we'll be exploring a topic that gets to the heart of what makes consultants like you happy and successful.
There's not a massive difference in this instance. I think it's more about the under the hood stuff, the way it's kind of analysing the speech. This has been in my chain for podcasts and for generally getting rid of roomy audio for a long time. I use it on my voice from time to time as well in these videos if I'm particularly far away from the mic. And it's just a great, relatively kind of low cost way of sticking one plugin on and getting rid of a load of nonsense. It's not that this is the only plugin you need in the chain. There's always going to be EQ, compression, de-essing maybe afterwards that's going to need to be done. But I find it to be a real problem solver. If you've got stuff that is maybe recorded in an echoey room, if you've got stuff that's sent in from interviews, if you've got audio that's just recorded on like really bad sounding microphones, then this can be a bit of a saviour. Let me know if you use it. Let me know if you use the Pro version in particular, because I want to know if it's worth upgrading. Is it not? I know you get kind of a multi-band thing on it. I've never really seen that I need it, but maybe I do. Please let me know in the comments, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.